Hey everyone, how y'all doing? So it's time to go over the knives I carried for the week, and this is week number 6 of 2024, and it went from Monday, February 5th through Sunday, February 11th. Before we get into the knives, a little update on the giveaways. The first giveaway is done. The winner has been identified. It's all shipped out. He should be getting it midweek probably. So that leaves us with the second giveaway package, which I am going to do something different. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to work it, but you have to stay tuned. I'll either do a separate video talking about the giveaway, or I'm going to talk about it in the middle of another video, and that's how I might do the giveaway. The official giveaway video might be a random video that I put up that I'll announce in the middle of it, or at the end of it, that this is the official video. You have to comment to be entered. There's reasons, and I'll get into that later. But yeah, get down to the knives that I carried. Start with the Swiss Army knives. Now last week I carried a Super Tinker, and I continued with that for Monday and Tuesday. The Super Tinker is definitely one of my go-to Swiss Army knives. I like the tool set. You got your opening layers, can opener, bottle opener, screwdriver tips, nice pair of scissors. I really do like having the scissors on my Swiss Army knives. You get a small pen blade. You get your main blade. On the back you get the 3D Phillips screwdriver. You get the multi-purpose hook, which I know a lot of people don't get this hook, don't have any uses for it. I have uses for it. In fact, over the weekend, actually it was yesterday on Sunday, I needed to use a hook. I didn't have one on me that had it. I went and got this just to use the hook. So I have uses for it. And then the all-reamer, which another tool people don't seem to have uses for, but it's a great scraper, great tip to dig, screw heads and bolt heads out to clean out any grease or paint or whatever. Start a pilot hole for a screw. Awesome tool, I use it all the time. Plus toothpick and tweezers. I carried it on this 3D printed suspension clip, my left front pocket. So yeah, I carried this like 9 days straight. Just really turned out to be one of my favorites. So Monday and Tuesday this week. Wednesday I switched to another one I like to carry, and that is the Victorx Executive. Now in here you get nice nail cleaner tip right there, nail file. It's not a very aggressive file, so I don't think you could, want to be trying to file wood or anything. Might be able to take a burr off something. Nice little pair of scissors, which my wife actually borrowed this knife to use the scissors one day to cut a coupon out. We were in the car, and on the other side you get small blade. These are both small blades, but then you get your main blade and the orange peeler, which I have actually now used as an orange peeler, and it works. I used it a couple times to get in and cut through some plastic, clamshell packaging, and it works for that also, as long as it's not real heavy, thick plastic. Got a little screwdriver tip on the end. So, good tool set for me. Toothpick, tweezers, and this time I carried it with a suspension clip. I normally do not with this one. I just have like a zipper pull on it and drop it in my pocket, but I decided I was going to try a clip, and it works. Not heavy at all, it's very light, small. I believe this is an 84 millimeter, where the Super Tinker's a 91 millimeter, so you can see the size difference. I mean, this is a lot smaller. So those were the Swiss Army knives I carried. I carried this Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now moving on to the main blades. Monday I carried one that I look at all the time. I need to carry that. Then I end up not carrying it. But I decided I was going to carry it and use it. And that would be the Cold Steel AD15 Light. And it's not so much a lightweight, right? They call this the light because it has FR and hand scales down here, this part, instead of G10, and it weighs like maybe an ounce less than the regular one. But what a workhorse, what a beast of a knife this thing is. Very comfortable in hand. My hand fits in there just perfect. It couldn't be any smaller than it wouldn't fit. But yeah, very comfortable in hand. Got a forward finger choke if you're doing some more detailed work. This has AUS 10A steel on it, which is okay. I haven't had any issues with AUS 10A or AUS 10. I don't even mind AUS 8. Okay, so AUS 10 is an upgrade for me and some, for a lot of my knives. This jimping up here, which is huge, actually works. Pocket clip, it's not deep carry. I mean, you got a big old chunk of knife sticking out of your pocket, but that's okay. Definitely a lot easier to pull out. And the main feature of this is the scorpion lock, which is pretty neat. Basically, you have this bar, spring loaded, got a pretty thick pin that drops down into that slot like that. Very solid, and as you're gripping it, you're holding that down, so you're holding it shut. And yeah, there's no way this thing's gonna close up on you. That's not gonna fail unless you're doing some crazy stuff. But yeah, just feels good in hand. It's heavy. I don't know how much it weighs. If I weigh it, I'll put the weight up here so you know. But yeah, I carried that Monday. So, big old beefy knife. Tuesday, I went to the other end of the spectrum mainly, and I carried my wife's mini Bugout. This is what, one of the original models. The white grivery scales, the black washed blade, S30V steel, white grivery handles, which on the minis do not flex as much as the full-size Bugout. That's cool. Deep carry pocket clip, got the axis lock. This thing is super lightweight. I'll put the weight up on the screen also. I can't tell you right off the top of my head. But I don't carry this very often, once in a while, and the more I do, the more I actually like the mini Bugout. It fits my hand okay. I get basically a 4-finger grip on it, maybe 3 3/4 finger grip. Pocket clip doesn't bother me. Nice little, just an awesome little EDC knife. I say that about the regular Bugout. I think that is one of the best general use EDC knives out there. And yeah, this is also, it's not so small to me now. Maybe it's because I'm carrying traditional knives more. They're around this size and I'm getting used to it. But yeah, I carried the mini Bugout on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday because someone mentioned the PA3 in the comment. I went and got my PA3 Lightweight out, and I carried it, like I said, Wednesday and Thursday. And this is a sweet EDC knife also. PA3 is just not my favorite Spyderco that I own. I have a couple other ones, the Native 5 Lightweight being one, the PM2 being another, even the Manix 2 Lightweight, and the Salt 2. I I just kind of like them better than the PA3. And it might be just my knife. I've had issues with this knife. Centering sucks. It always has. Action's been so-so. Sometimes it just, see, I hit my finger that time. I don't know. Plus, when I try to take it apart to make it better, clean it, the screw that on this side where I had the pocket clip, that stripped out. I couldn't get it. I had to send it in to Spyderco to get it fixed. So I used Spyderco's warranty on it. They fixed it, didn't cost me anything, and it still came back all centered. But I guess that is a thing with a PA3 Lightweight, because if I remember correctly, PA3 has no washers at all. The blade just rides on the FRN scale. But yeah, I can live with it. So I carried this for 2 days. I actually enjoyed carrying it. It was fun. Compression lock's not my favorite locking system, but I like it better on the PM2. And yeah, nice lightweight knife. Very, very comfortable in hand. Ergos are excellent on this. You can choke up on that 50-50 choil. It might be a little more than 50-50, but forward finger choil. Got a thumb ramp. Put your thumb against. This is the base model, right? With BD1N steel, FRN bidirectional scales, and the BD1N, I don't mind it. It holds an edge for a decent amount of time. It's easy to sharpen. It's very similar to me as far as edge retention and how it sharpens. It's very similar to the Spy 27. Maybe not as good, but dang close. So I have no problem with BD1N. Same thing on my Manix 2. You know, someone said they bought a Manix 2 and they didn't specify the steel, and they said they were disappointed at the edge retention. When I first got this, I used this a ton. I beat the crap out of this knife. You know, it's one of the USA made ones in Golden, Colorado. It is. It's an awesome knife. It's just not my favorite, but I enjoyed carrying it for a couple of days. Now, Friday and Saturday, I carried a new knife to me. It's the first knife from this brand. I just got it, and I think it's pretty cool. And that is the Roper Knives Pecos, American Buffalo Knife and Tool Company. And I did do a video on this already. I really dig this knife. It's very traditional in style, right? But it has thumb studs. It's locking with a liner lock. Has a pocket clip. Very comfortable in hand. I really like it. It has cream Delrin covers. They might look yellow, but they're not as yellow as the yellow on my case or Rough Rider yellow synthetic handle knives. But yeah, this is a pretty cool knife. Not perfect. It's like a $16 knife, so it has some issues. This stepping back here, up here, and the back. Couple of gaps down here on the cap. Little gaps up through there. Centering's not all that great. It's way off to the left, pocket clip side. And you know, that's that. I've got case knives that are kind of worse than this one for a lot more. Tang stamp says Roper 0979. I'm not sure what that number is. The model number is on the back. You can see that or not. It says carbon RP0011. That is the model number. And PRC. I didn't know exactly what that stood for when I did the video. That is the People's Republic of China. It is made in China. That's the first time I've seen the People's Republic of China on any of my knives. But yeah, I mean, a little gap right there in the cover. Overall though, for 16 bucks, I really dig this knife. Carried it for 2 days. I almost carried it for 3. And I for sure will be carrying and using this. Now, I don't know if I mentioned, it has, does it say? No, it really doesn't say, but it has 1065 carbon steel. Right here it says so. And inside here is actually a paper talking about using a potato to give it a false patina. So I'm going to try that. Give it a false patina. It'll protect it a little bit from rusting. But yeah, 2 days I carried a Roper Pecos. And that gets us to Sunday. I haven't carried this knife in a few weeks, and I was kind of jonesing to carry it. Sunday I carried the Rosecraft Blades Ocoee River Kayak, and I say this is my favorite slip joint knife, and so far it is. I really just absolutely dig this knife. D2 steel, the red apple bone covers right there. I love the looks of them. Stainless steel bolsters, shield, pins, liners, Andy Armstrong design, and the model is RCT009. I just love the way it feels in hand. I love how the blade drops. I love the blade shape, kind of reverse tanto style here. Nice tip on it. Just, I really like this knife. It is right now, I can honestly say, my favorite slip joint knife. Centering is dead perfect. And I carried it in the sheath that I always carry it in. And I basically did flip it around. I used to always carry it this way. I decided I was going to flip it around, carry it this way. It actually fits in there a little easy, a little better. Well, this is the slip I show all the time that John from JL Ventures Outdoors made for me. I just absolutely love this slip. It has a bead from Randy's WSG. That's cool. There's spots in here that actually glow in the dark. And this is Monday morning. It's Monday morning. This is still in my pocket. I don't know if I'm going to swap it out. I may carry it for another day or two. But yeah, that's it. These are all the knives I carried for the week. I carry 2 different Swiss Army knives, the AD-15 Light, the Mini Bugout, PA3 Lightweight, the Pecos, and the Kayak. And guess that'll do it. Remember, stay tuned, watch out for a video talking about the next giveaway. It's definitely going to happen. Don't know how it's happening, but it will. And I guess that'll do it. So do the usual like, comment, subscribe, and until next video, bye.